What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Easy English Inspiration Channel, the place where we dissect the mindsets, routines, and strategies that help you become the best version of yourself. I'm your host, Henry. Now, let me ask you a question. How many times have you set a massive New Year's resolution or a random Monday goal, only to completely abandon it 2 weeks later? Trust me, I've been there. We all want the big results, but we hate the slow process. Today, we are diving deep into why motivation is a myth and why discipline is the real superpower. And to help us unpack this, I have a very special guest. She's a habit coach, a behavioral researcher, and the author of the best-selling book, The Micro-Step Formula. Welcome to the show, Sophia.
Thank you so much, Henry. It is an absolute pleasure to be here. I've been a listener of The Better You for a while, so being on this side of the microphone feels amazing.
Oh, the honor is all ours. I've read your book, and honestly, it changed how I look at my morning routine. But before we get into the science of it all, I want to ask you a personal question. Have you always been this highly disciplined, perfect habit person? Or did you have to learn it the hard way?
Oh, wow. Let's clear the air right away. I used to be a professional procrastinator. In college, I would hit snooze 5 times, eat pizza for breakfast, and cram for exams at 3 a.m. I was living on chaotic energy and pure stress. The turning point for me was when that lifestyle finally caught up to me. I burned out, my health deteriorated, and I realized that waiting for motivation to strike was ruining my life. So no, I wasn't born disciplined. I had to build it brick by brick.
That is so relatable. I think a lot of people see experts like you and think, oh, she just has a different brain. But you're saying it's a learned skill. Now, let's talk about that word you just mentioned, motivation. People love it. We watch a 10-minute YouTube video, we get hyped, we want to conquer the world. But by Wednesday, that feeling is gone. Why does motivation fail us so consistently?
Because motivation is an emotion, Henry. It's driven by dopamine. It's temporary. It's like a firework. Bright, beautiful, but it burns out in 5 seconds. If you only go to the gym when you feel motivated, you'll probably only go twice a month. Discipline, on the other hand, is like an engine. It runs whether you feel like it or not. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when your mind is screaming, let's just stay in bed and scroll through social media.
Right! It's that internal battle. But how do we bridge that gap? If someone is sitting on the couch right now, feeling zero motivation, how do they activate discipline?
You start by lowering the bar. This is where people get it wrong. They want to go from zero exercise to running a marathon. That's too big of a leap for the brain. The brain hates drastic change. It views it as a threat. In behavioral psychology, we talk about the 2-minute rule. If you want to build a habit, make it take less than 2 minutes to do. Don't focus on working out for an hour, just focus on putting on your running shoes. That's it.
Wait, seriously? Just putting on the shoes? But putting on shoes doesn't burn calories, Sophia.
True, it doesn't. But here's the secret. A habit must be established before it can be improved. If you can't master the habit of showing up at the gym or putting on your shoes, you'll never master the workout. Most of the friction is just starting. Once you have the shoes on, you'll think, well, I might as well take a walk. And that walk turns into a run.
Ah, I see. It's about breaking the resistance. I love that. It reminds me of a quote from your book where you said, true behavior change is actually identity change. Can you break that down for our listeners?
Absolutely. Most people focus on outcomes. They say, I want to lose 10 kilos, or I want to write a book. Those are goals. But if your identity doesn't change, you won't sustain the behavior. For example, imagine 2 people trying to quit smoking. Someone offers them a cigarette. The first person says, no thanks, I'm trying to quit. That sounds reasonable, right? but they still believe they are a smoker who is trying to do something else. The second person says, "No thanks, I'm not a smoker."
Whoa, that's a massive psychological shift.
Exactly. It's a tiny shift in words, but a massive shift in identity. The second person no longer identifies with the habit. So if you want to build discipline, stop saying, "I want to go to the gym." Start saying, "I am an athlete," or "I am a healthy person." When you shift your identity, your actions naturally follow, because your brain wants to align with who you believe you are.
That is mind-blowing. But let's be real for a second. Even if I say I am a healthy person, if my kitchen is full of junk food, or if my phone is buzzing next to my bed while I'm trying to read, my environment is actively fighting my new identity. How much does environment matter when it comes to discipline?
Oh, environment is everything. In fact, I'd argue that environment design is much more powerful than willpower. Willpower is a finite resource. By 6 p.m., after a long day of decisions and stress, your willpower is depleted. If you have to fight your environment every day, you will lose. So you need to make good habits obvious and easy, and bad habits invisible and hard.
Can you give us some practical examples of that? How do we design an environment for discipline?
Sure. Let's say you want to read more books at night instead of watching Netflix. Take the remote control, put it in a drawer in another room, and place a book right on your pillow. You've just increased the friction for the bad habit and removed the friction for the good habit. If you want to drink more water, put a water bottle on your desk, on your kitchen counter, in your bag. Make it so you don't even have to think about it.
It sounds so simple, but honestly, we ignore it because it feels too simple. We want the magic pill. We want the overnight transformation. Which brings me to the title of our episode today, How Small Habits Change Your Life. Let's talk about the math of habits. People often underestimate what doing something for just 15 minutes a day can achieve.
Yes, it's what we call the compound effect. If you get just 1% better each day for a year, you'll end up 37 times better by the end of the year. 1.01365 approximates 37.78. But if you get 1% worse every day, you decline almost down to 0. Small habits don't add up, they compound. The problem is that in the first few weeks, you don't see any results. If you save $10 a week, you're not rich. If you eat a salad today, you don't wake up skinny tomorrow. Because the results are delayed, people give up in what we call the valley of disappointment.
The Valley of Disappointment, that is the perfect name for it. That's exactly where everyone quits. You're putting in the work, but the scale isn't moving, or your bank account isn't growing. How do you survive that valley?
By shifting your focus from the goal to the system. Don't look at the mountain, just look at your footsteps. Celebrate the win of just doing the habit. If you successfully write 200 words today, that's a win. Don't worry about the full chapter. Fall in love with the daily system, and the results will take care of themselves.
Okay, but what happens when you mess up? Because life happens. You get sick, you have an emergency at work, or honestly, you just have a terrible day, and you break the chain. How does a disciplined person handle failure?
I have a strict rule for this, Henry, and it's called never miss twice. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the start of a new bad habit. Disciplined people aren't people who never fail. They are people who recover quickly. If you eat a bad meal for lunch, don't say, well, the whole day is ruined. I'll eat pizza for dinner too. No, you recover immediately with a healthy dinner. If you miss a workout today, make sure you do at least a 10-minute stretch tomorrow. Just don't let it snowball.
Never miss twice. I'm writing that down on a sticky note immediately. That is pure gold. Sophia, we are getting close to the end of our time, and I want to make sure our listeners leave today with a clear, actionable roadmap. If someone finishes this episode and wants to start building their discipline today,
what are the 3 steps they should take right now?
All right, here is your 3-step action plan. 1. Pick one micro habit. Not 5, just 1. It could be drinking a glass of water every morning, reading 1 page of a book, or doing 5 push-ups. Pick something so easy that you can't say no to it. 2. Anchor it to an existing habit. This is called habit stacking. Don't just say, I'm going to meditate. Say, after I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 2 minutes. Use the old habit as a trigger for the new one. 3. Optimize your environment. Remove 1 temptation from your sight and put 1 positive cue in front of your face. Do those 3 things consistently, and you'll be amazed at who you become in 6 months.
Brilliant. Simple, actionable, and science-backed. Sophia, thank you so much for coming on to Easy English Inspiration today. This conversation was incredibly refreshing, and I know for a fact it's going to spark a lot of positive changes for everyone listening. Thank you for having me, Henry. Keep up the amazing work with the show. And to everyone listening, remember, your future is built by what you do today, not tomorrow.
Boom. What a way to end. All right, guys, you heard her. Don't wait for tomorrow. Pick your 1 micro habit, anchor it, and fix your environment. If you enjoyed this episode, do us a huge favor. Take a screenshot, share it on your Instagram stories, tag me at Easy English Inspiration, and tag Sophia, and let us know what your 1 micro habit is going to be. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and as always, keep growing, keep building, and we'll see you in the next episode.